Hey, people.
Scared me.
You flinched. We're in the closet.
I know. We haven't been here for a minute. I don't feel like.
We haven't been. It's been a very lax month for the In the Closet podcast. It's been a little crazy.
In a rut.
We got in a rut.
In a rut.
Which people get in ruts?
We've been in a rut since you started driving for Uber. Because that takes up our podcasting time.
Yes, but I'm getting that rut straightened out.
Are you, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting...
We shall see. People,
Hey,
people, we shall see.
Listen.
We shall see if he does. Let's hide and watch.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not, but...
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
Got to get a schedule down. So
We've been saying that.
Set. I know, but neither of us do anything about it.
Yes, I do. I schedule. I go.
You schedule?
I write in my book, and I'm like, okay, you're getting Nate today. You're driving today. I'm cooking. You're cooking. I have that. Now, what? I can't.
I've got that. I'm just talking about a podcast schedule.
Oh, so
like
now you want me to add that? Okay. All right,
Can
I got
you. Add that to your list of things you do?
Yes. Just pile it on, baby.
Actually, I'm not saying just you. I'm saying us together need to come up with a schedule. Just like we need to come up with a schedule of guests.
Yes.
Because we can have several guests, but we just got to we just going into the new year, we need to actually set a time to schedule things every week so that it's just done.
I know.
Right?
I know. There's just so much going on that I have to do. There's just one more thing. One more thing. Anyway, what do you have to talk about?
What do I have to talk about?
I thought you just said you had something to talk about.
I have a list.
What's this list?
Another list.
I hope it's better than my last list.
It's about people who are well liked. The 7 things. There's 7 things on the list about it's traits of people who are well liked.
Okay.
The first one, people who are well liked ask for nothing.
Everybody asks for something.
I'm just saying, people that are well liked, it says on this list.
Then nobody's well liked because everybody asks for something.
Asks for nothing. Well, I mean, maybe in a relationship, maybe in a friendship.
You
maybe
always have to ask. You ask for. You don't ask for stuff. You just ask me.
I'm not well liked.
Then nobody's well liked. Because
how are we going to break this down? What's it mean?
I don't know, but everybody asks for something.
Maybe it means that's not a trait that you're... Maybe it's like the person that's always asking for something is not well liked.
Okay, that makes more sense.
It's one thing to ask for something occasionally.
But that's not what that said.
But asking for nothing is not a good, clear statement, because asking for nothing is way too broad.
Well, yeah, because everybody asks for something.
Because are they talking about like physical things like, hey, man, I need money, or hey, I need a ride, or
it says
hey,
nothing.
I need... Right, that's my point. I'm saying, so I think that saying you don't ask for anything is a little strong, because we all ask for things, like whether it be attention.
How about they're not needy?
Response. They're not needy.
That's it.
They're not
people
needy.
Can be not needy.
Then they don't ask for things. I don't know what it means.
I think it has to be not needy, because I mean, people always ask for stuff. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but you probably have friends and you don't ask much of them.
I don't have friends.
You have friends, and you probably don't ask them for anything.
I really
ever.
don't. I mean, I have acquaintances and stuff, but I don't have a group that I hang out with.
I'm just saying, if you think of like your friends if you can think of.
Can I circle back and say I don't really have?
Can you think of one friend that you have a friendship with? What do you ask him or her for?
Yeah, I mean.
You ask for anything?
To hang out sometimes.
Yeah, but that's not asking for something, really. That's not asking for something. That's something that comes on with being a friend. I mean, you're
right.
going to want to hang out with your friends, so it's not like they're putting them out.
Right.
I think it's talking about you're asking for something that's going to put them out. Like it's going to either cost them money, or it's going to inconvenience them, and it's something that goes on constantly.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm going with.
I'll go with that. I think it's more of a needy thing, but yeah.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, needy. But I didn't say needy. I spelled it out a little too long.
It's okay. What's the next one?
The next one, I think, is definitely true. Laughs at themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta laugh at yourself. People that are too serious are not as well liked.
You have to be able to laugh at yourself. I laugh at myself all the time, to be
Yeah,
honest.
we laugh at ourselves. We're self-deprecating, for sure.
What?
Deprecating.
I'm sorry, what's that mean?
It's when you make fun of yourself.
Self what?
Deprecating. Do I need to spell it for you? Because I can't without looking it up.
I don't know. I've never...
You've heard that.
I don't think I have.
Self-deprecating. Self-deprecating. Modest about or critical of oneself, especially humorously so. So you're humorously making fun of yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's self-deprecation.
Yeah, maybe.
You've heard of that.
I guess.
Self-deprecating people.
I've never heard, really, but... Make fun of yourself? Or just laugh at yourself?
You're just so,
like you laugh at yourself.
You laugh at yourself, but you make a joke of... It almost, real serious people, or if you come into a room with people, if someone gives you a compliment or something, just to kind of lighten the mood. You know, some people, it's not that they're saying that they're not, no, I'm not good at that. Like, but it's more like they make a joke about not being good, so it doesn't make them feel like they're better than somebody else. It's like you kind of tear yourself down in a funny way, in a joking way.
That's not fun, though.
Yeah, it is. It's a normal thing. People do it all the time.
I wouldn't like that if somebody was doing that to themselves. It would make me feel weird. I wouldn't.
Well, it's not a constant thing.
I was thinking when people would laugh at yourself, like if you do something stupid, you just laugh at yourself. Like if you trip, if you fall, you don't take yourself too seriously. Like you can laugh about it.
That's what that definition is, basically. Because you laugh at yourself, you don't take yourself seriously. You humorously can make fun of yourself. Like, even if it's something for real, even if it's not about something that you're good at, but instead of being defensive about something you're bad at, and you're bad at, like y'all give me a hard time about something, if I can make fun of myself for it, that's more self-deprecating. You're like, you just laugh about it.
Gotcha.
Right? You say, I suck at driving, or I suck at whatever, you make,
Yeah.
But it's not like, like the guy in the gym that's
Which one?
so cool, that talks on his phone all the time and is making deals.
Gosh.
He's probably pretty serious about himself. Probably doesn't laugh at himself very often. He probably only laughs at other people.
Probably. I don't know. He could be a nice guy.
I don't know that he ever laughs because he's so busy making deals.
He's making deals. He's going to make the deal work. That's what he says.
I'm going to make the deal work.
I haven't seen him in
whatever
a
it
minute.
takes. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The third one's a good one.
Is it?
Listen with interest.
That is a good one. I like that because when I'm talking to people and I feel like they're not listening to me, oh my gosh, if you could see Jeff right now, he's really being obnoxious.
I'm listening with interest.
That's listening with a snide look on your face.
That's how my face looks.
Just back away. But if you're talking to somebody and telling them they're on their phone or they're like, which I've done that too. I did that today. I was at coffee. I was having coffee with Chaz, and he was telling me a story, and I got on my phone because I was texting with Brooke about something kind of important, and I was like, I'm listening, and that might make it worse.
No, I think that's good.
But I really am listening. I just needed to respond to her, But if you're looking on their phone and they're just not looking at you, I hate when people don't look at me when I'm talking to them unless they're driving. Now, sometimes I'll be telling Jeff a story when he's driving, and he feels like he needs to look over at me. I'm like, it's okay not to make eye contact with me right now because you're driving, okay? It's perfectly fine. But if we're sitting together or something, I'd like you to at least, put everything down and, listen to me for a second. If I'm trying to talk to you about something, tell you something. If we're just, talking, casually and you're scrolling on your phone or whatever, I don't feel like that's a big deal.
Right, but if it's somewhat...
But if I'm, trying to talk to you about something...
serious, yeah.
Yeah. I like that one.
That's a good thing to practice no matter what.
Listens with interest and, also... is engaging in the conversation and isn't just I'm not taking the conversation over, but being really, did that make you feel, or oh my gosh, you see,
right?
That kind of thing,
You're not driving.
Some people take the conversation over. I'm bad at that. I'm just going to admit it right now. I'm going to laugh at myself and say, I am. I do it on here all the time. I'll take the conversation over. But that's just because I'm a control freak. But I try not to do that if, friends are telling me, a story or something like that. You know what the worst is? These are the people that I do
you might be going where I was going to go.
Not like at all. Is the one-uppers.
Oh, the one-uppers. No, I wasn't going there.
I hate one-uppers. You could freaking say somebody broke into my house last night and held a gun to my head. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of that time that two people broke into my house and they strapped bombs to me. Like, they have to, like, one-up you every time.
Definitely.
I hate that with a passion. If you're sick, they're sicker. If you're broke, they're more broke. If you've worked long hours, they've worked longer hours. Oh my gosh, I hate one-uppers. Hate it.
There's a lot of one-uppers out there.
If you're
It's
a
like
one-upper,
disease.
you suck. And it's okay, you suck the hardest.
You heard it here first. Probably not. You know what
Anyway.
another one is? And this is someone that I have in my life regularly that doesn't the person you know when you're talking to them, that you know that what you're saying,
Yeah.
they're staying quiet and they're letting you talk, right? But they might as well have put plugs in their ears, because all they're doing is waiting for you to pause so they can speak.
Yes.
Right?
What do you call those people?
Assholes. That's what I call them. And I've been an asshole before.
That
I know
is
the answer,
great.
and especially as a man with women.
That is
I think that
great.
there's a lot of times that, and I'm still not good at it. I'm trying to get better at listening, really listening with interest to everybody, because you come off better. You learn more about the person. You can connect with them better. But the thing with men, the problem with men is we want to fix everything.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So as you're saying it, as you're talking, and you have no interest in this, you just want a warm body to talk to, right? You want us to care. You want the warm body to care, but you really don't want any. You've already come up with our answer, probably, that we're getting ready. But you start to tell the story, and I'm like 30 seconds, and I'm like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
I can fix this. I can tell her what to do.
Yeah.
And she'll be so happy. And it'll fix it, and she'll just be like, you are the greatest person ever.
Right.
That's not how it works, people.
No.
The way it works is you don't ignore them, but you listen, and, you have to be engaged,
Right.
but you can't think that you're going to fix a problem because you don't have any reason to fix it. You don't want to fix it.
It's like the quote that I put or gave you the other day. When you have, what was it say? Listen to understand, not listen to respond, or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that
It
was good.
Something like that. I probably just
it was.
jacked that all up.
No, but it was along those lines. I thought it was a really good quote.
Yeah. I'm all about quotes.
You are about your quotes.
I do like
I
them.
like quotes.
I do too.
Good quotes that inspire you.
Right.
But yeah, so we got the one-upper, we got the asshole, the one that's just waiting for you to stop talking, and we've got the one that just, I have these in my life too. They just literally, they know what they want to say, like halfway through the sentence you've started.
Yeah.
They just cut you off and start
Oh
talking.
my gosh, I hate that. Yeah, that's
Right?
yeah.
They just cut you off.
Yeah.
Just run over you.
I'm guilty of that.
Nah, not really.
I do that in here. Yeah, I mean I do.
Maybe in here, but
I
I
do.
don't see you doing that with people.
No, I don't think I do it with people. I think I just do it
With me.
Yeah, probably. I'm a control freak. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Not really.
I really
wouldn't
am.
put you as a control
Yes,
freak.
I am. Are you serious?
Well, in some ways, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I absolutely am. 100%.
Which is very good for you in
If
your
you
job.
ask anybody that knows me and knows me well, and you say, is Angie, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most control, what is Angie? I would at least be anywhere between 8 and 10. I am definitely a control freak. I don't like to not be in control.
You know what the sad thing is? Or maybe not the sad thing? Is on a scale of control severity, control freak severity, like since up until probably mid-30s, you were like a 12 out of 10, and now you're like a 7. Like, you were bad control freak back in the day.
Yeah, I've lightened up a
I
little
mean,
bit.
I'm talking like everything had to be in place.
No, I know.
Right? Like lists for everything everywhere, and
That's when I had little kids. I felt like I needed to be more in control. But I mean, I still am a control freak.
yeah.
But anyway, so that's why I think I run over these conversations sometimes. I wonder if people think that.
I don't think that
I wonder if
really.
people are like, there she goes again, cutting Jeff off and taking off with things.
Probably not.
I bet so.
I bet so too.
We should take a poll on Instagram.
The Insta poll.
Is Angie an interrupter and a control freak? it'd blow up with like, yes.
That's a good poll. We'll poll it.
Anyway, go ahead. See, I'm granting that you can go ahead.
Thank you, madam. We need to do, since we're not really doing the videos in here anymore.
I know.
We need to do what Stone did on his last podcast and just put up our logo and play like a 30-second clip of this going on, like us talking at least.
That's true.
So people can get a taste of that.
I try to do it on the story and stuff, but I can't be the only one that does it.
No, I know. I'm
tired.
Not
I run a high social media on my Ange Fitco stuff. I need you to take control
You've got
of this social media stuff because it's like a full-time job. But
your social media game is strong. You are on top of that
on my business
constantly.
side. It is.
Yeah, keep it rolling. You keep it rolling.
Keep it under control.
Number 4 on the list.
Can't wait.
People who are well liked rarely complain.
That's true. I hate complainers.
Complaining is a disease too.
Yeah.
And it just gets a hold of you. And
yeah.
It's just like we talked about, or you talked about being positive and starting your day positive. It's like it's going to snowball. Your day's going to snowball with thoughts, and you are going to create a groove for the way your day's going to go. And if you let it start out negative by complaining, it's impossible for your brain not to go that way. Your brain's going to say, "All right," and then your actions and everything are going to go that way.
There are people that complain about everything.
Everything.
Like, you can't make them happy. It's so frustrating.
No. I know some of those people.
I do too.
And I hate it because it's their effectiveness in everything they do is hampered.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because I've been there, and you can look back and you can say, man, when I was going through that time and I was probably a stick in the mud for a while, I really wasn't very good at anything in my life, right? I mean, and that's what a book I'm reading talks about that. Yeah, I have several. I keep rolling. I can't stay focused on one. But it's called Thinking Big, and one part of it's all about that. It's all about the mental state, like the things you can do to get yourself back on track. And I'll go through and make a list of it, and we can talk about it on a podcast. But it goes so far as you basically you become what you think you are. The funny phrase is like, dress for the job you want. And it talks about everything from dressing for success, for the job you want, talking like the person you want to be. Just having and the things. What was the one point I was going to make about the positive things you can do? I mean, things as simple as they showed the stats of if you're feeling like down and you're feeling people that move faster, like walk faster, even if you get a pep in your step and you bounce and you stand taller and you walk faster and you smile on purpose, even when you don't feel like smiling.
Yeah.
Right? It takes over, and it your body starts to say, "Oh wow, I'm supposed to be."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's infectious. So I never knew that. Like if you're moping around and you think about it, and your shoulders are doubled over, and you're slumming through life like, it kind of takes over. But if you put your shoulders back, and when you're out and about, and you move quickly, and you walk fast, like you got places to go, things to do.
Sometimes, though, when you do that, if you do that on a daily basis, it's exhausting if you don't really feel that way. Sometimes you really got to deal with the crap that's going on inside of you.
Oh, I agree.
So you don't have to fake it like that, because that, to me, is faking it. And it's fine to fake it. We all do it. I do it a lot because of the job I have and all the kids I have and stuff. But I'll feel a certain type of way inside. And as soon as that door opens, I mean, it's like you would never know it. And that's fine. You have to do that sometimes, okay? You do. But if you do that for too long and you don't take care of what's really inside bothering you and under there, that's going to eat you alive. Trust me.
I agree.
I'm in the midst of it eating me alive. I mean, it will eat you alive to where you're just numb. And you're like a robot. You're like numb when you can be, and and then as soon as you have to be on, it's like you're like, oh my God. You almost say out loud, "Here we go. Hey, how are you?" It's like it's I can't even explain it. So you got to get in there and deal with what's really going on.
Those are rough days.
And face what's going on and what's making you feel that way. in my opinion.
I
I mean, I
wouldn't-
get that point. I
Well,
understand that.
and this,
but
from my mindset, this isn't even on that level.
yeah,
My mindset on this is it's just your everyday, whether things are good or bad. That's a whole different level to me.
yeah,
That's a digger deeper. This for me is saying, when I go to work, I have two choices when I sit down at my desk, and I don't want to deal with several things. So it's like telling me to get, in that book, it's kind of talking about, okay, you're going to do this every day. This is something you might not like dealing with these three clients, or you might not like dealing with this part of your job, but you got to get started your day in a positive way, like you're saying.
yeah,
So just, here's some things to get your mind out of that. When you sit down, your tendency is to be like, you sit down and you open up your email for the first time of the day, and you've got 4 emails from people you don't want to deal with, and you're like, well, crap, I don't want to deal with this freaking person. And all of a sudden, here we go, negativity's entered your body.
yeah.
So to kind of beat that, those are things to like get
Sure,
you
yeah.
back on track. But when you're talking about deeper things that you got to deal with and get out,
Right.
that's these things. I would not say these are there to do that, to fake it and get it out. These are just things to jumpstart you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe be more likable, maybe not. This is one that you do all the time.
Oh gosh.
Actually, the next two are people who are well liked inspire others.
I try.
You do a great job.
I try.
You have a very uplifting social media platform.
Thank you.
It's very inspirational. Lots of people that you highlight that makes, you
Yeah.
watch it and you see it, you're like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to actually do something every day that made people feel better.
Yeah. I like to make people feel good.
Get them excited about themselves, see
Heck yeah.
results.
Heck yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
So that's one. Inspire others.
Inspire others.
That's what people who are well liked do. They inspire others.
I like it.
They also teach.
Teach.
People who are well liked teach.
Teach what?
I don't know. This one's one we got to break down.
Teach. I don't understand that one. That kind of shocks me.
Teach.
Teaches what though? They just. I think.
Not
I think the
math.
person making this list was like, I don't know. We got to come up with one more. Just put teach down.
Well, there's 2 more. There's teach and then one more after that.
That's a weird word if you keep saying it.
Teach. 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 Teach.
Okay, stop.
Teach.
Stop.
Teaching. You know what? That's a touchy one. Because I think there's people that teach things and they can make you not like them because they can come across like they're smarter than you.
Maybe
or
they're
condescending.
Preaching then on that. There's a difference between teaching and preaching. Teaching is maybe like, is it maybe helping? Could we change the list?
We should come up with our own.
Could we
list.
change the list? Could we take teach out
You know
and
what?
can we put
Helping makes more
help?
sense.
They like
And you
to
can,
help.
You can teach. You can help somebody and teach them in the same kind of thing, right?
Right.
Like you're kind of showing somebody. Like you teach. You teach every day.
I mean, I guess.
You do.
To
You
an
have to show
extent.
people form. You
Yeah.
have to teach them how to get. I mean, if you just hand them the dumbbells and tell them to do it, and that you don't constantly correct, 6 weeks from now they're not going to.
Yeah, no.
They're not going to automatically get it,
Right.
right? So
I just think it's a weird one to be on the list of likable people.
it's a weird list anyway. Because
is.
who cares if anybody likes you?
Well, I mean, there's that.
I mean,
At the end of the day, I really don't. I mean, of course, I want people to like me. You know what I mean?
well, sure, yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you don't, it's fine. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that don't like me. That's fine. I'm not. I'm
I doubt
really.
it. You're very likable.
I'm going to lose no sleep over it.
Yeah, you only get about.
Now, back in the past, I would have been like, wait, what? They don't like. What? I mean, I'm not going to say it would be. Like, if I found out somebody didn't like me, like somebody that I know, like, really, she doesn't really like you. My heart might sink a second, but then I'm going to be all right. Because it's not on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless I
Yes.
wronged her.
Yeah.
Then if I
and-
wronged her and they said she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you because you did this X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did do X, Y, and Z. I might not have meant to, but I did. I would go try to make it right. And then if she still doesn't like me, then it's on her. It's not. I mean, you can only do what you do. But
Yeah. Well, you're always going to try to make it right if you know that you've wronged somebody.
some people like me too much though, because like I gotta tell the story that what happened to me in the sheets today.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know what it is, but I guess I'm approachable. Not when I'm in the gym, because I've been told in the gym with my headphones on I'm not approachable. So I guess I have two personalities. But when I'm out and like walking around freely without headphones on and not in the gym, apparently I'm approachable, because all the time people are wanting to talk to me. Like, not just say hey, but like have a conversation with me.
Yes.
Like, do I look like, I mean, I don't know. Well, today I'm just standing there minding my own, and this lady behind me, she's like, "Excuse me, ma'am." And I was like, "Yes." And she goes, "Where do you get your leggings?" And mind you, I did not have on any of my wild leggings. Like, when I'm wearing my wild leggings, I understand why people would say something, because some of them are pretty loud.
Yes, they are.
Like, I've even been heckled out of a car window. A guy was like, "Where's the batteries for those pants? You got to charge them every night?" I mean, stupid stuff like that.
Right.
But these were basic cotton olive green pants. No print, nothing.
Right, they're like army pants.
I mean, no, they weren't camo or anything.
No,
they were
but I
just,
mean like they're army green is what I'm saying.
yeah, like olive green, like army green,
olive
solid.
green, yeah.
And it took me by surprise. I was like, she's like, "Where do you get your leggings?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, these are just cotton." I said, "Well, these are from Walmart." She's like, "Oh, can I feel them?" And I'm like, I was taken back, and even the cashier looked. It was like, "What's happening?" And I said, "So what was I going to say? I'd rather you not." That would have been epic if I would have. "I'd rather you not, strange lady. I do not know."
I'd rather you not put your hands on me.
I
Don't
said
know
yes.
you,
I
because
was like, "Sure."
I'm going to
feel
talk
'em.
about this on my podcast. I'm going to talk about this on my social media, and then men are going to come up to me in the gym and be like, "She said she didn't know what to do." What am I going to
So
do? Yeah, sure, you can grab my...
I was thinking she was just gonna like touch him for a second. No, she like caressed my leg, and then she like started pinching the fabric. Like almost pinched my leg one time,
What portion of your leg?
like between my knee and my hip, like my quad.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
and she kept rubbing and kept pinching, and I'm like, "Oh, is she gonna stop?" And like the cashier's still looking like in disbelief, like what is happening right before my eyes. Like I wish somebody would have videoed it. And then she started asking me about sizes and stuff like that. We talked for a minute.
You work at Walmart now?
And
you work at the yoga store?
I know. I'm like, she's like, "Do they run true to size?" And I'm like, "Well, like small, medium, large." I was like, "Well, they don't run small, medium, large. It's like 3 to 5, 7, 9, 8, 10. She's like, "Oh, well, can I feel them again?"
Can I ask what age group range is this woman in?
She's around my age.
How big was this woman?
She wasn't big.
Did she look mentally unstable?
No, not at all.
Was she clean?
Yes. She was.
Was she wearing denim? Up above the waist. That's a criteria.
What?
Any denim above the waist.
No, I don't remember what she was wearing. What denim above the waist? What does that have to do with anything?
That to me, that's just one of the denim above the waist always makes me wonder about a person.
You know what else makes me wonder about a person? I was going to post this on my social media today, but I don't want to make any of my guy friends mad. But I still kind of low-key want to post it. I want to say it. And I'm going to say it on here.
Don't be derogatory.
I'm not being derogatory. I'm going to tell you an opinion.
Okay, cool.
Stop with just the mustache already. When I see a guy with just a mustache, I'm like, no. You could be the hottest guy on earth, and if you're rocking just the mustache, you go from being a 10 to a 2 in my book.
Wow,
Whatever
they
it matters.
dropped to a 2?
Yes, I do not like just mustaches.
I've got this question, though.
No.
If you're a single girl and you see a 10 that's got a mustache, so he's a 2,
Right.
are you the woman that's going, if he's flirting with you and you're like, he's good looking, he's got a creepy mustache,
Ugh.
he definitely would be a 10 without that mustache.
Yeah.
Are you thinking like an optimist in that moment and thinking, I can get him to shave that thing or grow the rest out? Like, I can get him to go to either a goatee, beard, or shave it all off. And I want to give this a try.
I wouldn't turn down.
Oh.
Okay.
The mustache
Now listen.
is not a factor.
If no, it is. If it is here, because here's let me tell my story. So if I were single, if a dude was very attractive and he had this god awful, just mustache, I would talk to him. If it, I would hopefully get to a point where I'd be like, question. And I might say this right up front, and this might make or break the prospective date. Question. Why? Just the mustache. I mean, is this something you normally do? Did you lose a bet? Is this a look that you go for? And if he's like, I just usually wreck this, I'd be like, peace out, homie.
But would you give it a chance for him to go, hey, you don't like it? I would shave it for you.
I'd be like,
he might do that.
Perfect. Before we go out, can you do that? Or can you grow some more hair around your chin area?
Yeah, because men can grow the rest out.
Now that may
yeah.
sound pretty bitchy, but like if I'm out there, I mean, it is what I don't like. Just a mustache. I can't get past it. It creeps me out. I feel like you're gonna rape me. I'm sorry if you just have a mustache, but that is exactly what I think. Like creepy. There was a guy in the gym today like that. I'm not saying he was good looking. I couldn't even look long enough. I don't know, but he had on. I mean, he had just a mustache, and he was young. Like, not young, but, like, younger than me. He wasn't like an old man.
It's weird that people are doing it. Like, that some of these football players started doing it.
I don't like it.
And
it's so just so ugly. But
people
anyway.
follow them, and then at least you've got that going, right? Like, at least you're, like, hair can make or break a deal. So at least you got it's on their face.
Yeah.
Like, just think if I'm a single guy and you're dating a girl, and it's like, I mean, there's the visible hair. I mean, surely if she has a mustache, it's a no-brainer. I'm not, but I mean, what if she has a bush?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you break that up? How do you
you
ask
won't even
about
know
that?
that until you're in
That's my point. You might really like her by that point. Then you're like,
I can deal with
then
it.
you're just a shallow jerk.
Well, I mean,
I deal with bush.
I come across shallow too, but I mean, it's really not about shallow. It's about what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it shallow? I mean, what makes it? Whoa. It's okay to be shallow, I feel like.
About some things.
If you don't like, it should be like you dating someone, you don't like short hair on girls.
Right.
Generally speaking.
Right.
So you're not going to naturally be drawn to somebody with short hair, but you might start talking to this person and be like, oh, she's really nice, we get along, but she just has short hair. Like, are you going to be able to get past that? You know what I mean? Is it a deal breaker is what I'm saying?
I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think you talk to
is a
somebody
deal breaker for me.
and you go, you're growing your hair out. Like, you ever thought about that? That's the thing. How do you breach it? Because there's never really a good time. You got to be a few years in before you can really talk about people's...
No, I don't really think you can. I think you need to get that up front and done. That's why I'm saying I would just be like, dude, question. I know this is our first time going to get coffee or whatever, but I just have a question. Do you normally just wear just a mustache? That sounds so mean.
It does. That's like me. That's like me on the first date. I'm like, look, we got to get this out of the way. I'm going to draw a diagram for you. I've got 3 pictures here. The first one, completely bare. Totally acceptable, preferred. Then you've got this one, you got to get the undercarriage, like the whole, like, you want the triangle up there or whatever.
Ew.
Cool. They just strip. Whatever you're going with, that's fine. Just keep the play area open. And this last one, it's just, we can stop now.
I'll go ahead and pay for your drink and everything.
Look, I like you. We can still talk. But if I need to bring a machete to the bedroom,
oh my gosh,
then I don't know.
Oh Lord, have mercy. We are shallow people.
We are shallow.
That's my alarm.
And I think we can end on that shallowness.
Yeah, we probably should.
That's what makes you likable.
What?
If you
Being
shave
shallow?
the right hair from your body, whether it be your mustache,
right,
or anything else.
That's horrible. And if you are rocking just a mustache, I'm sorry, but it's just a preference of mine.
Everybody's got preferences,
right?
Right. You're not a big mustache person.
No.
That's okay.
I just am not. So there you go. Shave it or grow the rest out.
Exactly.
Because you look like a kidnapper.
Yes, you look like you might have children locked up in your basement.
Right. Just saying. There you go. All right. Well, peace out.
Later.